All right. What's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here. We are live for another video. Video number 2 on this 2 for Wednesday, October the 12th, 2022. Or if you're now watching from somewhere else, it is now October the 13th, 2022. Thank you all for watching once again right here on the Peter Gilmore Wrestling Channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. And like I said, thank you all for watching on this late Wednesday night. And you know what that means. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button. You know where. Down there in the description box below. On this channel and my other channels down below. And show me your love and support. And don't forget to follow me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And share the video all over the internet, but most importantly, tap and slap that fucking bell and treat it like it's your bitch. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing, and if you do, well, fuck you, man. That's all I gotta say. You miss out, you miss out. And like I said, if this is your first time watching me, and you're just floating around YouTube and looking for AEW reviews and you see my sexy face, then hope you like the content. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button on this channel, and show my other channels your support as well. Leave a comment down below in the comment section. Belch if you have to. No, I'm kidding. And share the video all over the internet, and hit that bell and and hopefully you get notified. And that's pretty much it. So if you're first time watching and you like the content, like I said, subscribe. And welcome to the party, pal! And I hope you enjoy the ride. And if not, then get the fuck off! But it is what it is. Certain people don't know how to hop off. They just love the bounce, bounce, bouncy, 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 like the Tigger. You know, like Tigger, they love to bounce, bounce, bounce on my dick. But it is what it is. I don't swing that way, but, you know, their mothers and their girlfriends love to DM me, but but it is what it is, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. All right, on this late Wednesday night for video number 2 on the evening. I hope you had a great rest of your Wednesday, and if not, well, too bad. Major League Baseball happened today. Well, as far as I know, the Atlanta Braves tied up the best-of-5 series with the Phillies at 1 game apiece. That series goes to Philadelphia on, I believe, Friday for Game 3 and 4, and then back to Game 5, back to Atlanta on Sunday. See what happens with that. Good game with the Padres and the Dodgers. I believe that was game number 2. Let me just check that before I know it was 3-3 because Trey Turner hit a home run to tie the game. Okay, the Padres won tonight in LA. As they lost last night, they won tonight, so that series is tied at 1 apiece. And that's the 15th. Actually, Game 3 will be on Saturday in where is that? That's that's in San Diego. I'm looking at my schedule wrong. That's why. All right, so Game 3 and 4 will be Saturday and Sunday, and Game 5 will be October the 17th, which will be next Monday. So the championship series should be starting sometime next week, depending on what the Braves and the Phillies do this weekend. So the National League Championship Series should start next week, sometime maybe Tuesday or Wednesday-ish. And then the American League Championship Series should start around the same time. Astros won yesterday in big fashion, came back to win that game. And I believe game 2 is tomorrow. Let me just check the scoreboard here. Let me. No, Astros play. They won tonight, and then October the 15th, which is Friday, they'll be at home. Actually, hold on. The schedule is kind of weird here. I don't know why, but let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So when I'm looking at Google's. That's why Google doesn't work. So the Astros are up 1-0. They won yesterday. Now, game 2 and 3 are in Seattle, which is kind of weird. I thought game 1 and 2 would be in Houston. Game 3 and 4 would be in. I thought it was a 2-2-1, but it looks like 1-2, 1-2, 1-2-1-1, something like that. It's kind of just weird. This freaking playoff series thing now, just weird. So anyway, so the Astros will go to Seattle on Friday and Saturday. I don't know why not tomorrow. Go figure that one out. So they're up 1-0. The Yankees, who won yesterday, are up 1-0. Game 2 is supposedly tomorrow, but it's going to be like a monsoon here tomorrow. Raining, and Satan's going to come down with lightning bolts. So I don't think they're going to play tomorrow, so that could be shifted to Friday, and I don't know where they're going to put that game, because the Houston game's at 4, and I think the Phillies game, I just check the statistics for the schedule, I should say. Yeah, so they're Friday, and that game's at 2 o'clock. So, yeah, Friday might be a little dicey where to put games. Well, the Yankee game, if it gets rained out tomorrow. They could do it Saturday, but there's a lot of things happening Saturday. You want to get this series done by Monday-ish, Tuesday-ish. So I don't know what Major League Baseball is going to do with the Yankees tomorrow. They might have to put them on Friday. What time? I would put them at 6:30 and then take the Padres and Dodgers, put them at their usual 9:30 slot. But I guess we'll have to wait to see what happens and what the announcement might be tomorrow. Because it's supposed to rain like all day tomorrow, so that sucks. And I got errands to run, so not even sucks even worse. Probably get soaked in the rain. What is what it is. And that's that. All right, so we got all that. Rangers, the New York Rangers play the Minnesota Wild tomorrow night. That's the only thing I'm going to watch tomorrow. I thought Rampage was on tomorrow, but I messed up and I botched. And Rampage is going to be taped tomorrow to be shown on Friday. There you go. So I thought we're going to get Thursday Rampage, and now it's just regular Rampage on Friday. But Tuesday, we got Dynamite and NXT head-to-head. Oh, it's going to be great. Can only imagine what the ratings are going to be for that. Speaking of ratings, Raw did a 1.8. Not bad. Coming off a 1.6 last week. So it went up a little bit. NXT last night did 737,000 views. Not bad. Not that bad, but... We'll see what happens with Dynamite tonight, if they can stay over 1 million. But we probably won't find that out till maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday, but we'll see. All right. Just checking something. Okay. All right, so we got all that. So sports action this weekend is going to be great. And hope you have a great weekend coming up. And that's pretty much it. All right, we got the Prince. He is alive. Well, he was always alive, wasn't he? Yeah, he was alive, and then he faked his death. People getting on about him and about faking his death, and people getting on me about that, and Tony Revere's community, and thanks for the shout out there, Tony. Thank you for watching my video, by the way. More publicity, thank you. But yeah, so we got all that, and Tony gave me a shout out, and he gave me a critique of my video, and blah 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 blah, and I personally didn't care. Maybe I think Tony was whacked out of his mind on weed. I don't know. But, I mean, I got nothing to say anything bad to say about Tony. Some of the people in his community I could care less about. They can all rot in hell, but... yeah, it is what it is. I personally don't care what anybody in his community says, or anybody else, for that matter. That's basically it. But Prince is here with the googly eyes. He's watching, as always. He always watches. He's always watching, like the other members of the prophecy. We're always watching. And I keep telling you stupid idiots out there, because I know you're watching and jerking off at the same time. I hope you brought enough lotion and enough tissues. Because every time you see my sexy face, you... with your tiny wangs. But it is what it is. And if I want to talk about wang, it doesn't mean I'm gay. And if you think that, then you're gay. Because you swing that way, because you'll never get with a chick. That's all I gotta say about that. And it is what it is. But, yeah. Like I said, the prophecy is always watching. So. It is what it is. Keep our names out of your fucking mouth next time. That's it. That's it, with your false accusations and all this other shit. Just shut the fuck up. Nobody gives two shits about you. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And, that's all I gotta say about that. And we'll move on from there. Alright. So let's get into this. Let's not waste any time. Just check something real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Alright, sorry about that. We're back. Just had to take a moment to myself. Alright. Alright, we're back. And we're live. And now, here comes your AEW review for tonight, October the 12th, 2022. Check out my NXT review I did earlier in the day. And that's pretty much it for that, and we'll move on from there. Alright, so AEW tonight, big show, pretty damn good show, their first international show from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, at the Coca-Cola Coliseum in that great country of Canada, where the Maple Leafs play and the Toronto Blue Jays play, and both teams suck. But it was what it is. The big match tonight was Chris Jericho defending the Ring of Jericho title, the Ring of Honor title, against Bryan Danielson. Yes! Was not the main event. The main event was Orange Cassidy taking on that bastard Pac for the All-Atlantic title, though I would have put Jericho and Danielson in that spot. I don't know why they put him at 9 o'clock. But it is what it is. But still, a pretty damn good show. And we'll move on from there. Alright. So our commentary team, as always, is the man behind the mask, Excalibur, Taz, Red Hook Brother, and the legendary Tony Baloney Schiavone. And we'll move on from there. And that's it. Alright, so we start off things with the newest member of the broadcast team, I didn't know she signed. There was rumors that she was going to AEW, but there were rumors she was coming back to the WWE. She was doing a show with Kevin Owens or Kevin Steen. And that person is Renee Young, or Renee Paquette, or Renee Good, because, you know, Jon Moxley's real name is Jonathan Good. So Renee Paquette is now in All Elite Wrestling. I could not be any more happier. She's with her man. So everything's good. So great addition to the team. She's going to do some backstage interviews with Tony Baloney and, well, I guess Alex Marvez. You're out. You are out of here. Spanish Archer. Get him out of here. So we get her coming out looking pretty nice. And she does her first duties as the newest member of the AEW team. And she does an interview with Canada's own Christian! Christian! Hello, you're on your own! So Christian comes out. He insults Toronto, saying, hey, there's nothing good here in Toronto. Even the Maple Leafs suck. I'm like, well, that's true. They haven't won anything in a long time. Kind of like another team I know. Not the Rangers, of course. But it is what it is. So he insults Toronto. Then he brings out the big man, Luchasaurus. He goes to the ring for our first official match of the night. He takes on Jungle Man Jack Perry. So, it is what it is. So, Christian goes on commentary after Jungle Boy kind of teases to beat him up. Yeah, hiding behind Tony Baloney. Great idea. Moron. So anyway, Jungle Boy goes right after Luchasaurus, gets powered into the corner, then an uppercut off the top sends Luchasaurus to the floor. Then he brings out a table. It's table time! And, they get those tables from Home Depot. But anyway, Jungle Boy is in big trouble as the table is set up outside. As we go to break, we come back. Luchasaurus misses a charge, goes into the ring post. Ow! Head first, by the way. He staggers up to the apron. Then we get a running sunset flip bomb by, this schmuck. Jungle Man Jack sending Luchasaurus through the table. And then Christian gets all pissy. He's like, I'm gonna come down to the ring. Blah, blah, blah. Then Jungle Boy works on his Luchasaurus' arm a little bit. And then wrapping around the ring ropes. Ow. But Luchasaurus hits a left-handed choke slam for a near fall. Then some shots to the head get Jungle Boy out of trouble. Then he hits a crucifix bomb for a near fall. Then he hits a short version of the kill switch for another near fall. Then he goes for the snare trap. That gets broken up as Luchasaurus got the ropes. Jungle Boy goes to the top, but Christian distracted him, which leads to Luchasaurus slamming him off the top rope. Then he hits the cutthroat driver, whatever that is, and finishes him off at 14 minutes. So Luchasaurus gets the win thanks to his buddy Christian, and that's pretty much it. So he gets the win. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it for that. And we'll move on from there. All right. After that, where are we here? All right. After that, we go to the back where we have Renee Young, and she's talking to the firm of Ethan Page and Stokely Hathaway with Jose Jalapeno on a stick, or Jose the assistant. They're talking amongst themselves about some stupid weird stuff, and then Fat Matt Hardy and Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn, they come in, they start arguing in the back. So then Ethan Page is like, well, if you want Private Party out of their contract with the firm, you have to face me on Rampage. So Matt's like, okay, but if I win, you guys are gone. No, I take it back. If Matt says, if I win, they're with me, but if But then Ethan Page is like, well, if you lose, you are now in the firm. Where do you want Matt Hardy on your team? Yeah, I wouldn't. But anyway, we'll see what happens on Rampage this Friday night with Ethan Page and Matt Hardy. Hopefully Matt Hardy wins, because I do not want to see him anywhere near the firm. But I mean, him next to Big Cass. But it is what it is, and that's that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we'll move on from there. All right. After that, we go to our second match of the night. Samoa Joe and Wardlow, or Wardlow, the Ring of Honor TV champion and the TNT champion, respectively, known as Ward Joe. They take on QT Marshall, Not, and Captain Caveman, Nick Comoroto. Of the Factory, we have Aaron Solo at ringside, and nobody gave 2 shits about. Basically, this was a squash, as Aaron Solo was accurate. Aaron Solo and, well, Nick Comoroto. I thought, well, QT Marshall was at ringside. I thought he was in the match too, but who cares? So Solo goes for a dive, and Joe's like walked away from it. Vintage Joe. He tags in Wardlow. Wardlow slams Comoroto down, and then Joe holds him for Wardlow to hit the Swanton Bomb. And then Joe locks in the Coquina Clutch on Nick Comoroto, and he tapped out faster than a drunk guy at the bar. And that's it. 2.5-minute match, and pretty much a squash match. 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. After the match, QT Marshall Not tries to come in, but Wardlow picks him up, hits the Powerbomb Symphony, and lays him out. And then my good buddy, Prince Nana of the Embassy, he comes out with the Machine, Brian Cage, and the Gates of Agony. They all surround the ring, and Brian Cage starts mocking FTR for not even being in the building. But guess what, idiot? FTR comes right out on cue. The fans were going nuts. They get in the ring as the Embassy leave the ring. So I think it was Dax Harwood with like a 6-man tag team match on Rampage. And then they bring out Toronto's own, the Perfect 10. Shawn Spears. Hey, where have you been? Oh, yeah, that's right. Knocking up Cassie Lee. Good job there, dude. But anyway, so Shawn Spears comes out, gets in the ring, and we have a little Pinnacle reunion, which is nice. So we got 3/5 of the Pinnacle. Well, 3/4 for you've got MJF. And Tully Blanchard's like out of AEW now. I don't know where he is. Probably home. So we got a Pinnacle reunion this Friday night on Rampage against Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony. So we'll see what happens with that. Great to see Shawn Spears back. After knocking up his wife. Took it 3 months of that? How long has Shawn Spears been out? Like what? 2-3 months now? Somewhere around there? Took it that long? Well, yeah, with Cassie Lee's little thing on her Instagram about, they've been trying to get pregnant and they've been having, failing. But finally she got pregnant. It is what it is. Maybe he didn't have that super sperm. Maybe his sperm was not the perfect 10. I don't know. But it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. All right, so I gave all that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the back with Tony Baloney Schiavone, and he's talking to 3/4 of the I guess you could say 3/5 of the Jericho Appreciation Society. We had the Ocho, the Ring of Jericho champion, Chris Jericho. along with Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard, and Angelo Parker. They're there. They're talking about Jericho's match with Bryan Danielson, and Jericho's gonna make him pay for what they made him do to the Ring of Honor Pure Champion Daniel Garcia. So we got that coming up in a little bit. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then we move on with our next match on the card. We have, hey, Prince is in the chat. His cousin is on tonight, Swerve Strickland, in his new heel gimmick. Well, heel turn-ish, if you will. He takes on our good friend, Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn. Oh, scissor me, Daddy. Which a lot of the mothers of these trolls love to do to me. They love the scissor. Even the missus does, too. I did that earlier tonight. Scissor her real good. She loved it. She wants more of it. Hoorah! Anyway. So this was an okay match. We had the Acclaim come out with Billy Gunn. And Max Caster cuts another rap, making a variety of Canadian references. Blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. All right, the crowd's going, oh, sister me daddy chants, daddy ass chants. Surprisingly, we didn't hear that much in Brooklyn on Monday. But it is what it is. So anyway, so Billy takes Swerve down to start, teases the old knowing of the trunks. But gets kicked to the floor as we go to break. Come back, Billy makes a comeback on Swerve, but Swerve takes him down, goes up top, where he starts mocking the scissoring. Dummy. He hits the Swerve stomp for a near fall. And then Billy Gunn tries for a comeback, but Swerve grabs a roll-up with the ropes, even though it looked really botched. But somehow, someway, he gets the win, even though Billy Gunn was, like, right near the rope. Where were you looking at, ref? So anyway, Swerve gets a cheap win in under 9 minutes. What are you going to do? So he gets the win. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. Max Caster and Anthony Bowens come out after the match. Just to, they kind of, they shove Swerve, they get in the ring to help Billy Gunn up. Then they're about to do the 3-way scissor, but then another idiot comes out. Smart Mark Sterling comes out with the premier athlete, Tony Nese. And he has a proclamation from the good people of the United States. And he says he has trademarked the term scissor me. So anytime that the Acclaim use it, or even do the handshake with that little scissor thing, he gets all the money, and if they're about to do it again, he says, if you do it, I'll sue, and you will forfeit your AEW titles unless we can work something out. So looks like we're gonna get another stupid fucking title match with the Acclaimed and Tony Nese and Josh the Goods Woods. Boring. That's all I gotta say about that. So all that, I gave 3 out of 5 stars. All right, we move on. We have Alex Marvez in the back with our good buddy, the #1 contender to the AEW title, Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker. So he's asked about almost shaking hands with Wheeler Yuta last week. But he's about to talk, and then Sophie Hathaway comes in. Idiot. And I'm just like, that's not cool. That's strike 2. So he's like, I don't want to talk to you. Stop interrupting me. Get the fuck out of here. So Sophie leaves in a huff. Andrew says he isn't sure if he was going to shake Judah's hand or not because he learned a long time ago that nice guys finish last. Yeah, it's a great Green Day song. Nice guys finish last. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, no one knows what it's like to be him because he is suspected to be the bad guy. He's broken his hand several times punching his reflection. But make no mistake about it, he will be the new AEW World Heavyweight Champion because he's a generational talent, a man with a chip, and a man with a plan. That's pretty much it. good promo from MJF. You know, I think we're seeing the signs that he may be turning face. Though I doubt that, because the last time I saw him as a face was in FBW and wasn't that great. When he was in a group called Force with Bear Bronson and AJ Spectre and PJ Stackpole and I think Anthony Gangone. I forget, but yeah, he was in that group and then he left because they turned on him. Then he was face for a while. Everybody was liking him. I'm like, not so much. Not so much that good as a face, but then he like kind of turned on everybody and like went back to being a schmuck. And that's pretty much it. But good promo from MJF, and we'll see what happens on Tuesday. That's it. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Speaking of the champ, we go to the ring, we hear the great music of Wild Thing! And give me Vaughn! Rick Vaughn? Yeah, he's due. So, the good old Wild Thing, circa 1988 plays, you know, from Major League 1 and partly 2. So anyway, Moxley comes out. He gets in the ring. He says, I've been champion for a big chunk of AEW's history. Not really. AEW's been around 4 years. You've only been champ for about a year and a half. Or get at least, maybe a little close to 2 years. So maybe half of that. Not a big chunk there, dude. But anyway, he said that means a lot is expected of him. He just signed a 5-year contract, which is great for AEW. So I don't want him to go back to. I don't think anybody wants him to go back to, you know, WWE and be run. You know, have Hunter and Stephanie, hi Steph, you know, tell him what to do. So anyway, he says some people become world champion and crumble under the pressure. Some faster than others. Ooh, is that a shot at Punk? Don't know. So anyway, he talks about Adam Page, and on cue, the Hangman comes out. He's gonna do some cowboy shit. So he gets in the ring, and he cuts probably the best promo that I've ever heard him do, and especially in Ring of Honor and not even in Japan. This was great promo, better than the last one he cut against Punk. Way better. So they're getting each other's face. Moxley doesn't think Page has it anymore, and he's like, "You're not the same Page that shoved me off a 20-foot ladder last year." Or him, he shoved him, whatever it was. So Page's like, "You know, you're right, because a lot has changed over in a couple of years, including my old friends disappearing." Nice little dig to the Bucks and Kenny. I don't know when they're coming back, if ever. All right, then we cut to MJF in a skybox, and we can hear him mouthing, "Serves him right." So Page says, I've been beaten down, I've been choked blue and beaten basically to unconsciousness. Also former world champion, I don't care who is there next week. But Page is going to come for the belt. And he says, next week, I'm proving that I'm a man. Got a beard. I'm 40 now. Yeah, I got a beard. I'm 45. But I look good. That's that. Anyway. And he starts hitting himself in the face, trying to think he's Ric Flair or Mick Foley, trying to bust himself wide open the hard way. That was kind of weird, but... Then there was like a part where Page asks Moxley, like, "You think I'm a kid? You still think I'm a kid?" So, it was a good promo for once from Adam Page. You know, very passionate promo. And we'll see what happens Tuesday night in Cincinnati, Ohio, Moxley's hometown, on Tuesday Night Dynamite. Can he win the belt back for the second time? Or will Moxley continue his reign as champ going into Full Gear next month? Probably against MJF. But we'll see what happens. I don't think there's a prayer for Adam Page. I mean, I like you, but I like Moxley too, but not like that. But I think Moxley's gonna win in his hometown. There's like no way he's gonna lose in his hometown. Not that many people lose in their hometown. Sasha Banks. Not that many people lose in their hometown unless your name is Sasha Banks, because she's from Boston. That makes no sense. She's from Boston and she loses in her hometown. Or gets humiliated in her hometown, like JR does every time he comes to Oklahoma. Back on! I got humiliated. Back on! Barbecue sauce. Back on. Stone Cold. So we get all that. So good promo and good segment. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. All right, then we got a hype promo about Bryan Danielson and Chris Jericho. We see a lot of Ring of Honor stuff from Danielson's reign as Ring of Honor champion. 400 and some odd days as champ. Not even close to Samoa Joe's almost 2-year record. Huh! And I knew that in trivia, by the way. I like how Larry Legend, when we did when I was on Ring of Honor trivia back, I forgot what show that was. He asked this kid, had to be like a little bit younger than me. He's like, "Who is the longest reigning Ring of Honor heavyweight champion in history?" So I'm like, "Oh, I know this one. This is easy. Why didn't you ask me that question?" So I forgot. I think he mentioned. I think he said Danielson, or no, I think it was. He said Danielson or Nigel. Nigel was even close. Freaking Jay Lethal wasn't even that close. But Samoa Joe is the answer. He held it for over 600 some odd days. He held it for almost 2 years, and then he lost to who did he lose to? I think he lost to Austin Aries, of all people. Austin Aries. That schmuck. Who then, guess where he lost it to? Seth Rollins, who then lost it to Roddy. Who then lost it to Eddie Edwards at a house show. Not a major show like Supercard of Honor. He lost it at a house show, which was the night after Supercard of Honor. No, before that. I take that back. It was a different year. But it is what it is. But there you go. So we got all that, which was pretty nice. All right, then we have Ian Bonnie on commentary for our next match. Mr. Regal comes out again to do commentary with Ian Riccaboni and Excalibur and Tony Baloney. So we get to our Ring of Honor title match. We had Bobby Cruise. Bobby Cruise came back after his beating that he's rightfully deserved from Jericho, I think a week or two ago. We have Paul Turner, the senior referee. Where the hell is Todd Sinclair? Did he, go off the face of the earth or something? Somebody tell me where Todd Sinclair went. Rosa wants to know because that's her favorite referee. Go figure that one out. Anyway, all right, so we have Lionheart Chris Jericho, who originally came out with Judas, and then he changed to his Lionheart theme from WCW, ECW, and New Japan. And so he takes on Bryan Danielson. So they go at it right away. The fans start singing Judas anyway, even though the Lionheart theme was playing when he came down to the ring. So Danielson chops away at Jericho. Jericho comes right back with a Hurricane Rana. Then he does opposing. Come on, baby! As we go to break, we come back. Jericho drop kicks him to the floor, hitting a slingshot dive on top of Danielson. But Jericho shrugs it off. Comes back with the LeBell Lock. And then that gets broken up. Then Danielson tried it. That gets broken up. So Jericho tries for the Walls of Jericho. That gets broken up easily. Danielson then tries his version of the Walls of Jericho, which gets reversed into a 1905 small package for a near fall. Excuse me. And that gets that broken up. Danielson then fires off the hammer and anvil elbows of doom. Jericho comes right back with, of all things, a John Cena attitude adjustment. You can't see me. Hello, kids. Hey, kids. Jericho's using my move, kids. I'll do it for you, kids. The children. I love the children, kids. I love the children. You can't see me. Fuck John Cena. And fuck his fans, too. Anyway, so he hits the AA, and Danielson kicks out at 2. They get back up, they go back and forth, they miss some shots to the head. Then Paul Turner gets accidentally bumped. Oops, ref bump. Then we get a double clothesline for a double down. And then Daniel Garcia comes down to the ring, and, well, that was happening. Jericho picked up the Ring of Honor belt, was about to hit Danielson in the head with it, but Garcia comes, and then, cause a distraction, Danielson hits the kick, and then on Jericho, and then we look like Garcia and Danielson were gonna like hug her, it's like, oh, thank you. And he was about to win the belt, but Daniel Garcia, once again, with the heinous act, turns heel again. And the fans went nuts because they fucking hated Danielson. Woo! They hated him there in Canada. But anyway, Garcia hits Danielson in the face with the belt. And then Jericho crawled over, and 1, 2, 3, he retains the Ring of Jericho title in 14 and a half minutes. So, this is getting confusing. Like, 1 week, Garcia is with the Jericho Appreciation Society. Next week, he's not. It's like, are you a sports entertainer, or you're a wrestler? What are you? Can you stop the Big Show? 1 week you're a heel, 1 week you're a face thing? Stop it! Pick a side! God damn it. So anyway, Garcia helps his buddy Chris Jericho get the win. God forbid we get a 4th match. I hope not. Alright, so Jericho beats another former Ring of Honor champion. And the match I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. So you can only imagine who's next on Chris Jericho's hit list. He's got a long way to go. Well, he won't face Punk yet, because Punk's is injured and we don't know when he's coming back. He's got Jay Lethal, Samoa Joe, Adam Cole, Bebe. PCO says he wants a piece of Jericho. Oh god, that match will be insane. Who else is on the roster? He's like, Jay Lethal, you could bring in some other guys, like maybe Homicide. Well, Nigel's out because he can't wrestle anymore. Kevin Steen's out because he's in another company. Of course, we all know that. Jay Briscoe, can't fight him because he's in another, well, I don't know where he is. He's fighting GCW, he's doing all the promotions with Mark. So, I doubt they'll get Jay Briscoe to come in just for that. Unless it's not a Ring of Honor pay-per-view, but you could do that. Michael Elgin, supposedly he's back in wrestling. Michael Elgin, the man that everybody forgot. The man who beat the fucking shit out of his wife, Mischief. See, that's a domestic abuser. Not me. You fucking idiots. Anyway, but we move on from there. So, I mean, he's got a long list to go. And, waiting in the wings, Mara fucking Fuji. Oh, I would love to see that. Jericho versus Mara Fuji. Woo! Or Morishima, even, too. The one that beat the fucking shit out of Danielson. It's gonna be great. If he can beat all those guys, then he deserves to be probably one of the best Ring of Honor champions ever, but he ain't gonna hold that title for long. Who he loses to? I would love to have it be Adam Cole, baby, whenever he comes back. All Adam Cole's doing right now is playing a horrible Resident Evil, that's Resident Evil 6, on his Twitch channel. Chugs. Why would you play Resident Evil 6, dude? Resident Evil 6 is garbage! But you're playing a remastered edition. Which is the same thing as Resident Evil 6 anyway. Garbage. But, you know. Eventually, Resident Evil Metaverse is coming out, which is a co-op game. I could care less about that. But Resident Evil 8 is going to have more downloadable content coming out this month or early next month, where you can play as Rose, which is the baby who turned, at the end. Well, if you haven't ended the game yet, she turns into a nice teenager who has some powers of her dad, Ethan, and a little bit of powers from the final boss of the game. So you can play as her now, which is kind of interesting. So we'll see what happens with that coming up later this month if you have the game and you buy the extra content when that actually hits. So go have fun. And that's that. All right, so Garcia turns on Danielson, I guess gets back with Jericho, and Jericho retains the belt, and I gave the match 3.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Jericho and Garcia leave in peace, so I guess they're back together again. This is the most confusing freaking storyline I've ever seen. Is he face or heel? I don't know. Maybe it's a tweener. I don't know. I don't know. And we move on from there. All right. Then we have Renee in the back, this time with the fake as fuck CBS champion. That's the native beast, Nyla Rose, who's with Marina Shafir and the other half of the Vicious Vixens, Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me! So Renee brings up that Nyla stole the TNT title, and Nyla's like, you must be new here, so I'll give you a little slack. Okay. So then Anna J.A.S. comes in, looking hot, as always. She comes in and says, how about me and you have a match on Friday, then I'll show you how to be a champion. I'll take that title and parade around with the belt and everything, blah, 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 blah. So Nyla Rose versus Anna Jay on Rampage this Friday night. In a match I don't really give two shits about. So we got that. So I get that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go to the dreaded 9:30 death slot. And you know what that means? Women's action. As we got Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, baby! And her best friend, well, sort of best friend, Jamie Hayter, along with Rebel. They take on the team, or that I dubbed Sheeta Storm. Not Shitstorm, Sheeta Storm of Hikaru Shida and the AEW Interim Women's Champion, Toni Storm. It was a pretty decent match, not great. Usually during the 9:30 slots, not that great. So it's also with Toni kicking Jamie down, gets taken into the wrong corner. Then her arm gets sent into the ring post as we go to break. Ow. We come back, Hikaru Shida comes in, hitting a top rope Meteora. Sasha Banks ain't happy with that for a near fall on Britt Baker. Everything then starts to break down. Toni Storm hits a tornado DDT, then hits Storm Zero on Britt Baker, and then they go for the pin. Jamie drives Toni into the cover to save. Shida then picks up Britt, hits a suplex, and then they go back and forth with roll-ups, but then in the end, Hikaru Shida stacks her down with a pin. 1, 2, 3. Sheeta Storm gets the win in just over 8 minutes. Thought it was going to be a little bit less, but 8 minutes. Where you go. All right, so I gave that match 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Excuse me. All right, then we get a video about another match on Rampage. It's going to be the former Ring of Honor champion Claudio Castagnoli teaming up with the AEW heavyweight champion Jon Moxley as they take on the Butcher and the Blade with Ali the Bunny at ringside. Boring match. Yeah, it feels like Rampage is just boring matches. I just don't feel like watching that much anymore. No wonder it did 404,000 this week. Well, last week. And then Battle of the Belts did 310,000. Oof. Horrible. So we'll see what happens with that on Friday at 10 p.m. on TNT. All right, then we go to your main event of the evening for the All-Atlantic title. We had freshly squeezed orange juice, Orange Cassidy. He takes on that bastard, Pac. All right, so we had that. Match was okay. Well, not great. The ending kind of was like, Didn't need that ending, but it is what it is. So, Pac kicks Cassidy down to start. Pac then mocks the lazy kicks of Doom. Which earns him a hard drop kick from OC. That sends Pac to the outside, where he counters the suicide dive into a Brain Buster on the floor. Ow. As we go to break, we come back. Cassidy dives back under the ropes after a tombstone on the ramp during the break. Barely got in the ring at the count of 9.9. But as he comes back in, Pac grabs the brutalizer and looked like he was about to retain the belt, but Cassidy gets his feet on the ropes to break the hold. Then Cassidy hits a running DDT. Then he hits the Orange Punch. Not Hawaiian Punch, but Orange Punch for a near fall, as Pac just kicked out. Pac then grabs a quick suplex. Then he locks in the brutalizer again. This time Cassidy rolls over and makes the ropes again. Pac then goes to the outside. He's like, oh, fuck, I can't beat this guy. Grabs the title belt. And then, out of nowhere, one of Orange Cassidy's best friends, no, not Trent, or not Chucky T, but the other guy, Mr. Danhausen! I will curse you! He comes out. They try to stop Pac, and he tries to curse Pac, but that don't work, as Pac drops him with a right hand. Then he grabs the ring bell, well, not the ring bell, the hammer, and tries to do what he did about a week or so ago to Cassidy on the outside, knocked him in the head, and I think it was Rampage. Rush gave, hit Orange Cassidy. I think he hit Orange Cassidy with the hammer again. Pac just got the win. But in any event, so he gives it to Pac, who then gives it to Orange Cassidy. And we see Bryce, the referee's like, no, think about what you're doing. Think, McFly. I got a paper. No, I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, so Cassidy knocks the hammer out of Pac's hand. Then he hits Orange Punch. Then he goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. We have a new All-Atlantic champion in Orange Cassidy. His 60, how many wins he has? 68 wins, I think. So it took him 68 wins to finally get a title. So he gets the All-Atlantic title. Very happy for him. Finally gets a goddamn belt. But it is what it is. So he gets the win and the belt. The match I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, we see Mr. Danhausen and Chucky T and Trent all in the ring. They do the humongous hug. They pull back. The Okada pull back. And then confetti, orange confetti goes off. Everybody's happy. We're going to have orange juice. Maybe some mimosas. I don't know. So, all's fair, all's good in Orange Cassidy and the best friends land. And Pac, well, he had not even a great reign. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. So that ends a pretty decent edition of Rampage. Dynamite. And that's pretty much it. So I gave Dynamite a solid 7 out of 10 stars tonight. Wasn't a bad show. Wasn't a perfect show, but pretty damn good. And we'll see what happens this Friday night on Rampage. We got Nyla Rose and Anna Jay. We got Ethan Page and Matt Hardy. If Matt Hardy wins, Private Party is out of the firm's contract. But if he loses, Matt Hardy has to join the firm, which nobody wants. We got that. And we have Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley taking on the Butcher and the Blade. And probably some other shit on Friday night. Rampage this Friday night at 10 p.m. on TNT. Rampage will be taped tomorrow. And then we will see it on Friday. I thought it'd be just we'll see it on Thursday, but we're not. And then we got that. And then we got then we got SmackDown on Friday as well at 8 p.m. So we got the normal Friday slot, and then we got the weekend where we have nothing, and then Monday Night Raw next week should be some good stuff. Don't forget Friday we got Bray Wyatt appearing on the show. We got Roxy appearing on the show, and then Monday Night Raw we got Corey Jade making her Raw appearance on that. See what happens with that. And then Tuesday is the big night. Dynamite and NXT back, well, head to head. That's going to be a war. Not really a war, but we'll see who gets the most ratings. See what Shawn Michaels and Hunter, well, really Shawn Michaels puts out on Tuesday, and what Tony Khan puts out on Tuesday, and who's going to watch what, and what watch-along are you going to watch. I think people are going to have, like, AEW on one screen and you know, on like, simulcast on different screens. So people probably do AEW and NXT watch-alongs. Me personally, I'm just going to watch AEW and then watch NXT after. And then do a humongous review Tuesday night after NXT goes off the air. So I'll do one big, humongous, huge review next Tuesday, right after NXT goes off the air. Probably about 11, probably around this time. Well, 11, 12 o'clock at night, because I got a lot of things to do. And that's pretty much it. So, once again, 7 out of 10 stars for Dynamite. And that's all I got to say about that. Watch my NXT review video before this. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button on this channel and my other channels as well, down below in the description box. And follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you dare. Share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Treat it like it's your fucking bitch. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, too bad for you, because you lose. And that's all I got to say about that. So, that's all I got to say for now. I'm Peter Gilmore. I'm going to sleep because I got to go to work tomorrow. And I got to go to do some other errands, even though it's going to rain like cats and dogs tomorrow. But I still got to do it anyway. Got to get some extra groceries and shit. So, got to do some errands tomorrow with the missus. And some other stuff, too, that you wish you can do. But that's all I got to say. So, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Prince, my friend, thank you all. Thank you for coming in and watching, because I know you watch my videos all the time. And to anybody else who watched, well, anybody else who watched, thank you for the free view, asshole. And that's all I got to say about that. But thank you for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Gilmore, signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your cocoot. Well, most of you can't pull your heart out, because you have very small ones. But that it is not for another. That's for another place and another time. But you just wish you were big as me. But it is what it is. But rock on and rock hard with that out if you want. And if you're not down with that, motherfuckers, well, you know this by now for 13 goddamn years. You're not down with me, you're not down with Prince, you're not down with anybody else? Well, I'm sorry. But we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! Go fuck yourselves, because you can't beat us all. Even if you tried. Fuck you, have a nice day, and I hope you have a rotten life. Adios, bitches.